And a very good morning to you. It's Wednesday, the 7th of November 2018. A warm, and it is warm actually, a warm welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom tour, coming to you from the Chapel Hill Marina here in Lincolnshire, where it's very, very windy and very, very wet and raining this morning. Yes, but not cold. I'm pleased to tell you it's not cold. Apparently, this is due, according to The Sun, of a pressure vortex. There's a fantastic word. It's a vortex, boys and girls. We only watched the news earlier on this morning, actually, on BBC Breakfast. I was watching that this morning. And they were talking about this asteroid that they think might be some sort of space probe from another planet investigating us. And all these people, they make me laugh. Oh, it'd be wonderful, other alien ships coming to visit us and things like that, dear. What's the other thing I saw? Oh yes, they want to project. Someone wants to project some sort of beam out into space, so it will be easier for the aliens to find us. Yeah, but what if they want to eat us or something like that? I don't want to be eaten. I don't want to be eaten, dear. What about you? Do you want to be eaten? No, exactly. What an awful way to go. I mean, do we get stunned or killed first? Or do they just, pick us up and start ripping off a limb or two and eating us like that? Ghastly, dreadful aliens, dear. I don't think we should be attracting them here. They might be very bad people. We can't even get on with the countries next door to us. Why do you think they're going to get... Can you just imagine Trump? Oh my God, he'd push the button, wouldn't he? Push the button first and ask questions after. Very bad to attract aliens here, dear. Caravans, there will be a caravan of... They keep going on the telly about this caravan coming towards the United States, don't they? They keep on and on about this caravan. I can't see any caravan. I can see a lot of people walking. I can't see any caravans. It's not like the Haven holiday I stay at. Not like where I am now. There's no caravans. Why do they keep... They're obsessed by caravans, dear. Obsessed. There's caravans coming. There's no caravans. Look on the news. Not a single one. Not even a wheel. Not even a wheel. Nothing. No caravans. Anyway, the vortex is here, boys and girls. Look at this. The UK is set to be lashed. Oh, we do. You like a lashing, don't you? I know you. You like a lashing. I can tell. You're one of those people that likes a good lashing, aren't you? Yes. It says the UK is set to be lashed by torrential rain and 50-mile-an-hour gales in the next few days. I think it's actually happening at the moment. The rain is pitter-pattering on the roof of this. When you're in a caravan, the sound of the rain. Now, it annoys some people. Some people don't like it. I love it. Sitting, nice and cosy. Oh, excuse me, nice and cosy. Got the heater on in here. Not that I need it on. In fact, I'm going to turn it off now. I really don't need that on at all. Got a heater on. You're nice and cosy, and you're in bed, and you can hear the rain on the roof. Let me tell you, it's louder than it is when you're at home and it comes on the windows. It's lovely when it comes pitter-pattering down on your roof and you're nice and cosy in bed, in my case alone, as has been the case for many years now. Please don't feel sorry for me. I'm happy like that. I'm very happy like that. A huge 2,000-mile pressure vortex. So, see, that's a space-type term, isn't it? A vortex. Entering the Milky Way vortex now. Isn't that a space term? A vortex. A huge 2,000-mile wide pressure vortex will cause major disruptions in... That's a good word. Disruptions. Shall we use that in a sentence? I will disrupt your day today with this programme. Thank you, those of you that have taken the time and trouble to share this programme on your walls. If you haven't, come on, share, dear, share. It's all about sharing, lovey, unless it comes to chips. Unless it comes to this. Don't ever come near me when you see me with a bag of chips. Can I have a chip? No, you can't have one of my chips. I'll buy you some. No, I'll only want one. And the hand comes towards the bag, doesn't it? Snatch it back quickly. Don't give anyone chips. Very, very bad. Very bad. You're not having any of my chips. I'll buy you a bag. No, I don't really want a bag. Can I just have one of your... No, you can't have one of my chips. Never share chips. That and ice cream. Don't share your ice cream with anyone. Have you ever, handed... Oh, can I just have a lick of your ice cream? I don't want your disgusting, filthy tongue on my ice cream. Thank you very much. Whether it's a Mr. Whippy or a... What's that Italian one? Glacé, Giovanni. Giovanni, he does good ice cream in Aldi. You can get almost identical to Ben & Jerry's, £5.50 a tub down the co-op here. £5.50 a tub of Ben & Jerry's. I'm about to buy 4 yesterday for my great niece, my great nephew, my nephew, my niece-in-law. 4 loads of ice cream yesterday. It nearly cost 20 quid, dear. Not only that, to make matters even worse, I'd forgotten to take my cooperative dividend card. So I couldn't even get the points on it. Oh, maybe I've held onto the receipt. I can take it in afterwards, I think. Something like that. Yes. Anyway, back to the polar vortex. Don't be never ever let anyone lick your ice cream. I don't care if they are your children. They might have something terrible growing on their tongues. You know what children are? They pick everything up and eat it. Bananas, apples, television, remote controls, dog poo. It's all been in your kid's mouth. I'm telling you that now. And then you want them to lick your ice cream. How awful, dear. On with the story. Yes, the 2,000-mile pressure vortex will cause major disruptions in the UK from today. Dumping, and there's another good word, dumping. I do like a dump, don't you? I do like the word dumping. An inch of rain on the country. Temperatures are expected to climb today. Indeed, they have already. The Atlantic weather threat will hit later in the week and derail weekend plans. What is that, train derailing? I don't know. London will experience 21 degrees centigrade today. That's in the 70s, dear. Are we in the second week? Yeah, just about to enter the second week of November. Remember the 1st of November, which passed 6 days ago, incidentally. Or is it 7? I don't know. Eh? How did you go with the fireworks? Was that all right? Did you play with sparklers? I'm playing with sparklers tonight. Today is the night where I go around my niece's house. And what is it? Great nephew George says I annoy him. I'm going around to annoy my niece's children tonight, and they have sparklers, and they have saved a couple of sparklers for me to play with tonight. How fantastic is that? Huh? I'm going to do sparklers tonight. None of those nasty rockets. Woo! Bang, bang, upsetting all the dogs and cats. Poor dogs and cats. Forecaster said this week a huge vortex, there it is again, of low pressure in... Oh, I'm fed up with the weather now. We've done the weather now. I'm bored with that story. Are you bored with that story? I am too. Let's read some of your messages. Now, I don't see anything coming down the line from YouTube this morning. So it's quite possible, no YouTube messages. Don't know why that is. That's just how it is. Let me see if I can get... But we've got... It's quite possible that... I wonder if I can get them another way. Let me try something. I don't like to miss any of your messages out, as you well know. I've only got Facebook... Oh, there I can see... Oh, hang on a minute. I've got... Is that it? Facebook? I've got Facebook and... Periscope on there, but not YouTube messages. I can't see YouTube messages this morning unless there's no one on there, which is always quite possible. Let's push that there. Right, over on, one moment please, over on Facebook Live, a very good morning to Chris Manzar. Good morning, Chris. Mark Jones is in the house. He's watching later. He's at work. Work harder, Mark. Morning to Rod Brown. Michael Lawrence is there. Good morning, Michael. What? Suddenly, that's weird. Suddenly, a load of YouTube messages have just dropped in at the end of all the other ones. Well, isn't that strange and mysterious? Strange and mysterious. Yes, I say, so I can get on with those now. Yes, good morning to Ray Reynolds is there, complaining there's no sound. No, Ray, it's you. You haven't done something. Turn it on. Have you turned your hearing aid on, dear? Turn it on. Morning, Ray. Hope you're well, Ray Reynolds. Who else have we got here? We have, thank you, Chris. Yes, says the sound is fine there. Alan Russell's there. Good morning, Alan. Hello, little Alan Russell. We have Jason Carter, young Stafford. Good morning, Stafford. Oh, morning. I look forward to spending a night in Peckham at some point. Will my car be safe, though? Very doubtful that. My God, I don't think I could stay at your place, Blakey. I don't think the car would be there afterwards, would it? Blake is in Peckham. Hello to Claire on the YouTube. Good morning, Claire, who's back from Birmingham. Oh, my God, how awful. Are you all right now, Claire? Did you survive a period of time in Birmingham? How did you do that? Mind you, I used to work there for a while. It was a few years ago. I used to do a karaoke night at a place called Route 66 or 67, something like that. So it said Route something. And I did the karaoke night there. Nothing really worked there other than karaoke. It was an odd place, really. They tried cabaret, and I did the DJing and working the sound for the cabaret. And what happened is that people would come in just before the cabaret was finished, and then starting, they'd watch the show, and then literally the moment the cabaret finished, they'd be out the door again. It was the weirdest place. So we cancelled the cabaret and just did karaoke on 2 nights a week, and it's about the only thing that ever worked there. Odd place. Anyway, it's closed now. Shame, really. They spent a fortune on doing it up. Lovely sound and lights in there. Fantastic, really. Good morning to... Sorry, Claire's back from Birmingham. Wonder how Paul got on in Skegness. Maybe he came and had a look at Chapel Hill while he was there. Oh, I doubt that. We don't really allow people from Birmingham in this area. We like them to just stay where they're supposed to be. Coming in and disrupting all our lives here. Thank you very much. No, dear. No. Morning to... Paul Mosley, who is indeed in Birmingham. Good morning, Paul. Joanna's there. Hello to Joanna. Skegness apparently was cold but quite busy. Yeah, I'm not going to Skegness this week, Paul. We're going to see the Bohemian Rhapsody film tomorrow night, that is actually, at a little cinema called The Kinema in the Woods. Kinema. It's got its own little website if you want to have a look at that, The Kinema in the Woods. So we're going to see the... Freddie Mercury thing tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. Good morning to John Parrish. Claire says, no camels. No camels either. Very disappointing. What do you want to look at a camel for? Be very careful on those camels, my dear. Did I go to the tin shop? Paul says. Paul did. Oh no, so Claire wants to know. No, he didn't go to the tin shop. He went to a very strange emporium in Horncastle. Have you been there, Chris? No, I haven't. I might go to Horncastle later. I usually go swimming 1 or 2 days a week. Today would be one of the days, but I'm having a bit of aching. I'll come to that in a minute. All right. John reckons I should go to the doctors for a checkup. Oh, are you talking about Paul? Been to Horncastle. I think you're talking to each other there, aren't you? Yeah, let's go. But it gets a bit confusing when you're trying to read out the bits there. You carry on talking to each other. I'll try and keep up with you. Don't worry about me sitting here. Alan, are you working Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, Chris? No, Alan. No, I'm not. We don't usually open Central Station on Christmas Eve, which just happens to be the Monday. And they decided to stick with that, which is fine. And I elected not to work New Year's Eve. I don't really want to work New Year's Eve, certainly not DJing. I might have done, if it had been a karaoke, I might have done it, but I don't. I'm not a DJ anymore. I'm not really not a DJ. It's something I don't really want to do anymore. It just bores me. I just get bored, you know, dragging songs on. I think part of the reason is when we went over to computers, really, it was much more exciting flicking through records or even CDs, actually, and pulling one out and shoving it in and then changing your mind with 10 seconds to go and then lining up the next one and bang, on it would go. Kept you busy all the time. Dragging and dropping on the computer doing DJing is exceedingly boring. And besides, I've not bought any music now for like a year. And I stopped accepting the promotional music that the record companies set out. So no, I didn't want to do New Year's Eve at all. I probably would have done actually, as long as it wasn't too late. If it was karaoke, as I say, but not DJing really. All right. Hello to Noah. Good morning, Noah. Is it an equinox? There's always an equinox, Stafford. Be careful when there's a full moon. It can turn people, you know. Next time there's a full moon, pop over to the karaoke and bring us a toothbrush. Morning to Pete Branch. Stafford, you say I can sleep at yours. Yeah, but the car won't be safe, will it? Not in Peckham. Dangerous things are happening there. In the morning, I would walk from your house to my car and probably get stabbed on the way there, dear. Or attacked by groups of lads and dragged into a bush. Anything could happen to me. Anything. Thank you. Let's have a look. UK English. Good morning to you. That's we're all chatting to each other there, aren't we? That's good. Okie doke. Lovely jubbly. Let's get on with it then. Let's get on with it. So Sunday night I went swimming. Went swimming Sunday night. Very quiet. I think I was the only one in the pool in Bracknell on Sunday night. Monday morning I had to get the car serviced. Not serviced. It just needed its hybrid battery checked. Now, it went in for a service 2 weeks ago, but the machine that checks the hybrid battery wasn't working properly, and I have to plug something in. It comes up on a computer, and that was all right. That only took half an hour, and then from there, I went and done some washing, and then I went swimming again. That was very quiet. I always try and get to the swimming pool after the water aerobics, because people do water aerobics there, and they take up half the pool. You don't really want to be in there when they're doing it, because sometimes you're restricted to just one lane, which is a complete pain. So you've only got to you can do one person in that lane. Any more than one, it's very difficult. You have to keep stopping and all that. So I got there like 3 minutes after they'd finished. There was no one in the pool, which is unusual, because usually these old dears, they like to hang around in the pool and they get in the bloody way. They get in the way and you can't do your lengths properly. It's most annoying. But they weren't there. There was no one in there. So I did my lengths in there. What have I done there? I've just typed something accidentally there. 1 second. Good morning, Alan Campbell. My one of my best friends from younger years, Alan Campbell, joining us this morning. Good morning to you, Alan. All right. As I say, so I did that. Came home. And then I thought, well, I'll do some dinner. So I was doing my Slimming World chips. Here's the aching bit. And then I bent down slightly to open the oven door and my back went. Oh, Christ, not again. Here we go. And this happens occasionally. All right, not too bad. Not too bad, but enough to stop you from straightening up. That was on Monday. And of course, once that happens, there's not an awful lot you can do. What happens is that you pull a muscle. Now, the doctor is not interested in seeing you. Funnily enough, only a couple of hours earlier, while I was having my breakfast on Monday morning, I was watching that excellent programme on BBC One, Colour, Ambulance. Anyone seen that? Very, very good. And it's about the ambulance service. I think of Manchester, sort of around that way, how they deal with staff and all that business. And this bloke had rung up and he said he was doing something and he got a terrible pain in his back and he was now laying on a pavement somewhere, doubled over. And they were particularly busy on this night. They had some sort of terrorist incident, or at least they thought it was a terrorist incident. I can't remember if it was or not now. Somewhere in the area, either Manchester, Birmingham, somewhere like that. And all these ambulances had gone to this place. So everyone else had to wait a long time for ambulances. And this bloke was doubled up on the floor, I think, for 3 hours on the pavement. Isn't that awful? Good job it weren't bleeding cold. Anyway, so eventually the ambulance crew got there, and there he was. And they said, well, there's no easy way to do this. We're going to have to get you on that. And they straightened him up, and the pain, and I know that pain. As soon as I saw him doubled up on there, I thought, I know that one. Oh, it is the worst. I'm sure 1 or 2 of you have had it before. And it doesn't happen. It doesn't seem to happen necessarily when you're lifting anything heavy or anything like that. It can be the slightest thing you do. The worst time I ever had it was about 2 or 3 years ago at the King's Head Theatre Bar, where I used to do the quiz. and I dropped a pen. And I went down to pick up the pen. Oh my God! And it just went. Well, no sign at all that anything was about to happen. I simply bent down to pick up the pen, and I could not get up again. And the pain was so bad, I thought I was going to faint there and then on the floor. And I had to be helped over it. Being the true professional I am, I finished the job. I went over to my lectern. I say it's a lectern. I like that word. Lectern. Do you like that word? Lectern. Like that thing they got at church where they read the things out from. Although it wasn't really a lectern. It was just a large speaker, a mixer on the top, and somewhere I could lean. So I managed to get myself up onto there and like lean over like that. And read the rest of my questions. I had to be helped into the car. Once I was sitting in the car, it wasn't too bad. But then I had to get out at the other end. Oh, that was I literally fell out the car onto the floor. No, there's no other way to get out. Anyway, so it happened again on Monday, and I simply went over to open the oven door, and oh no, not again. It wasn't anywhere near as bad as when it happened at the King's Head Theatre Bar, where incidentally I believe they're doing another quiz now, but on Sunday nights if you ever want to go down. It's not me doing it, but good luck to them for doing that. I'm glad they're trying that one again. I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. I mean, a lot of the jobs, and it's traffic really. It used to take me 2 hours to get there on a Wednesday. And 2 hours, 15 minutes sometimes. Stop, start, and you get there, and there'll be a handful of people there. So I hope it works for them on a Sunday. Anyway, I did my chips, and I'm sort of hobbling around now. And Monday night was difficult at the karaoke. It was a good night Monday, a little bit quieter than it usually is, but not dead. It's just a bit quieter than it usually is. But I managed to do the karaoke, and then I came up here. It was uncomfortable in the car, I have to say. I was like, you might see me doing this a bit today. I'm like that all the time in the car, moving around. Not only that, they closed the A1M. And the sat-nav, sometimes, if the A1M closed, then it generally takes me up the M11, but it didn't take me that way. Well, it offered to take me that way, but I ignored it. I've got 2 sat-navs on my thing. I've got Waze and TomTom. And I look at them both, and I see which is the fastest route. And Waze was telling me like 3 hours. And I thought, no, it don't take 3 hours to get up here at night time. More like 2 hours 30, 2 hours 40. Let's have a look at the TomTom one. So I then looked at the TomTom one, and that was telling me 2 hours and 35 minutes. I thought, right, I'll do that one. So I start following the TomTom one, got to the A1M. Guess what? It's bloody closed. I couldn't believe it. And that hasn't come up on... It came up on the Waze one, because I then flicked back across to the Waze one, and it said, road closed. Not on the TomTom. Didn't tell me the road was closed, did it? So then, of course, you haven't gone on the 3 hour one, right? So now you've got to the 2.5 hour one, but it's closed, so it's going to have to take you right around. So the entire journey ended up, and I went to come up to Lincolnshire on the A6, which is kind of Kettering, Nottingham way. Nottingham or Northampton, one of the two. Nottingham, I think. A6. And it took me through a couple of villages, some towns, roundabouts all over the place, and thick fog as well. Thick fog as well. The limit on some of these roads, 40, 50 or 60, and you're doing 60, and sometimes you don't see that roundabout coming up. And I swear, once I went round this roundabout suddenly appeared from nowhere, and I kind of went round, and I'm sure my car slid over to the side. Oh dear, but I got here eventually, and instead of getting here at like 22, a quarter to 2 in the morning, I got her at about 20 past 2, and I thought, oh God. And of course, I'd not really had anything to eat. And I was starving. I thought, I better do myself something to eat. And then as soon as you've done the food, and I bought my stuff in just for the week, you know, clothes and things like that. And then it's like 3:30, 4 in the morning. You know, so a difficult day on Monday, really. Then Tuesday I woke up. I think I woke up about 10 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. Done some breakfast, potted about a bit in here, got rid of some rubbish because my sister had left some rubbish. My sister came up Sunday to paint one of my walls because I remember I had a flat panel heater on one of the walls, which is completely useless. Don't ever buy one of those flat panel heaters. They're useless. They get so hot you can't touch them, but they don't seem to chuck the heat out. You know what I mean? So, you know, you can't touch it, but you put your hand above it. There's nothing coming from it, dear. You've got to be sitting right next to it to feel the heat. So don't waste your money ever on a flat panel heater. I've replaced it with a convector heater. So the idea was, take the old one off, chuck it away. Guess what? They haven't painted behind that one, have they? Oh, dear. Whoever painted it before I was here didn't paint behind the heater. And it's only on 2 screws. You just lift the damn thing off. Lazy bastards, I thought to myself. So my sister came round at the weekend and she said, do you want it white? Because that part of the kitchen's all white. I said, I do want it white, but I don't think I should do it white because the rest of it's white. Now, if that's been done for 6 months a year, the next white we put on there might be a different white, and that just look awful, different shades of white. So I said, I've got some green paint left over from the living room. So I said, do it green. So she's done it green, and once again, I have to say, a fantastic job. An absolutely fantastic job she's done on that wall. There's no paint on the carpet, on the floor. She hasn't gone over the, you know, the straight lines. There's straight lines because she uses that magic tape to put along there. She does such a good job. So she done that on Sunday. Not only that, she installed my brand new toilet seat. Look at that. Isn't that a fantastic... Oh, look, if you look carefully at the toilet seat, you can see like marks where my bum has been. Can you see that? Isn't that fantastic? That is my brand new red toilet seat. Yes. You want one of those, don't you? Available in B&Q. Now, look carefully. The lady told me when I was buying it that she'd had a few returned because people found the hole a bit too big in the middle. And I was a little bit concerned about that. Can you see it? There is quite a large hole in the middle, probably a bit bigger than the other ones. And she said, you may find you want to return that, but try it. So I have tried it, and I'm very pleased because it's only for people with bony little arses. If you are a great big fat arse like mine, you'll be fine. And I sat on it, no problem at all. I'm not going to fall in there. But I am concerned that great nieces and nephews who come round here on occasions and they want to use the toilet, we may suddenly get a call from the toilet. You know, Mum, I've fallen in the toilet. Doubled up like that. And if that happens, I'll take a photo, don't worry, and show you here live on the show, all right? So my sister done that on Sunday night, so great thanks to her for doing that, really. Yesterday, as I say, I got up about 10 o'clock. I've replaced that flat panel heater with a convector heater, although that's on 2 legs on the floor. It doesn't go on the wall. And yesterday morning and this morning, I've set the timers for them to come on at like 6 o'clock in the morning. So when I get up at about 7:45, I go in the living room and it should be all right. And indeed, yesterday and today, that's been fine. So I think I've sorted out the heating problem now. I have to say, I had the heating on last night in the bedroom. I've got an oil radiator in the bedroom. I had to turn it off eventually. I was ever so hot in bed last night. I didn't sleep well last night. It's probably I'm finding it difficult to get comfortable with my temporary bad back. It's better than it was yesterday. I have to say, it'd be a couple of days and it'll be all right again. It's not too bad. It's just restricting your movement. You've got to be a bit careful how you move. And of course, the tendon in my foot as well is playing up. Every time I move my foot in a certain way, that hurts as well. So that's not good. Oh, by the way, do you like this? Maureen is Maureen with us this morning? Let's have a quick... Oh, where's my little... Oh, where's that gone? What did I do with that? It was there a minute ago. Oh, there it is. Is Maureen here this morning? Let's have a little quick look. There we are. One moment, please. Oh, is that not working, Maureen? No, Maureen, not there this morning. Anyone texting in? Maureen's not texted in this morning. Oh, she's not there. Oh, I hope she's all right. She went well last week, Maureen. Anyway, she bought me the this lovely little poppy. Apparently, they changed the poppies slightly each year. Now, should the green bit... Oh, you can't quite see that properly, can you? Am I a bit low down? Hang on. There we are. Is that better? There we are. We can see it now. Should the green bit be pointing up or down, do you think? I don't know, really. Pointing up or down? Higher, higher or lower? Higher or lower than a 5? It's a 6. Yeah. Higher or lower than a 6? Oh, it's a 4. Boo! Oh, the cards are so unlucky tonight. Bruce Forsyth, play your cards right. I bet they bring that back with some dreadful host like that Ben Shepherd. I can't bear him on there. Oh, I tell you who's doing really well on the telly now. Bradley Walsh. Isn't he fantastic? He can do... I met him in the King's Head Theatre Bar once while I was doing the quiz there. I had a little bit of a chat with him at the bar. Lovely man. He can do anything, can't he? He did chat shows. He's now acting in Doctor Who. He does that other thing on ITV with the what's that? Who's the fat girl? The Chase. That's it. He does the Chase. He can just do anything. Bradley Walsh is the new Bruce Forsyth. I'm sure he is. I don't know if he can do tap dancing though. Don't know if he can do tap dancing. Right. Let's read some of your messages this morning. One moment. Stafford, Blakey says, I live in Nunhead, the posh part of Peckham. Oh, so you know the techno pirates. But oh, my seat's stuck now. Oh dear. Won't go back. What's happened to this now? Is that since I put it up a little bit? Hang on. Nope, the seat's got stuck. Oh dear. Never mind. Probably a good idea if I sit upright. Anyway, it's getting very hot in here. Let me open that door. Cool, dear. We are. Just a minute. Hang on a minute. Cool, I'm ever so hot now. Don't think you're just in London that you get your nice temperatures. We do get nice temperatures up here as well in Lincolnshire, you know. Yes, I will go swimming today, actually. That might alleviate the pressure on my back for a while. Yes, it's... the Pyrotechnics pub. You must live quite near the Pyrotechnics pub then, do you? Where we did a couple of weeks of karaoke there. I didn't feel the vibe there at all. It just felt a bit dodgy in there, so that's why I didn't do that one. Thank you. Where are we now? Let's have a look. The tinge stood up here. Alan, I've read yours, haven't I, Alan? Good morning. Did you watch the Pride of Britain Awards last night, Chris? No, I didn't. But someone posted a little video of a little boy who had gone to see number 10 Downing Street, wasn't it? And he's sitting there saying, oh, it's really nice in here. And then she came up behind him and surprised him, Theresa May. I thought that was a lovely little video. Anyone see that? Very warm. Very warm. I enjoyed that. Yeah. It's great to see these. I think it is all children, is it? Am I right in thinking the Pride of Britain, where these children have done something wonderful and special? And it always brings a tear to my glass eye. It really does. I love that sort of thing. Good morning to Mr. Gregorian. Morning to you, sir. Zach is there. Jerry Cashmore Smith is finally going home from hospital. Oh. Well, I don't know if that's a good thing, Jerry. You might stop watching the show now if there's other things, alternatives on the telly. Mind you, I accidentally put on Jeremy Kyle yesterday for about 3 minutes. What awful people on there. I cannot believe these people actually exist. Ghastly people on there. Awful, awful. Are you doing the 28th of December at Central Station? Claire wants to know. 28. Is that a Friday? 25, 26, 27. Yes, that'll be me. I'll be there. Yeah, we'll be open on that Friday and Saturday, okay? It's only the Christmas Eve and the New Year's Eve I'm not doing. I have no holidays booked at all at the moment, incidentally, boys and girls. Okay, so there won't be any time that I'm not there unless I get sort of sick from something or something like that, okay? Good morning to Min May. Morning to you. Jason Carter. Hello, Jason. Chris Manzar, bingo. No bingo tonight, I'm afraid, Chris. No bingo tonight. Instead, we're going to... Actually, it's tomorrow night. We're going to see the Bohemian Rhapsody film with Freddie Mercury that I'm looking forward to. I'm sure that'll be a bit tearful towards the end of that as well. Green leaves should be at 1 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Okay. Let's put what like that. What is there a I get it. 11 o'clock. It works. Was that 11? 11? No, it's 1, isn't it? Is it 1? No, 11th hour of the 11th day. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I get that. So there we are. We'll put that round about there. 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th thing, innit? Like that. Of course, we've got Remembrance Sunday. Oh, my hand's itchy. What is that? The one there? One is leaving or coming? That hand's itchy. Better check my bank account. Someone might have just paid their rent in. How exciting is that? I'll go and spend it later. It's Remembrance Sunday this week, isn't it? Yes, from the Royal Albert Hall. That's always a very nice event, isn't it? You know, remembering all those people that gave up their lives for us and all that business. It's difficult, I think, to imagine my generation and anyone underneath us has never really been through a war or anything like that. I remember Mum telling us how she was not evicted. Can't get I get so stuck for words sometimes. Not evicted, you know, evicted from London to Bognor Regis. Emigrated. Oh, God. Not emigrated, not evicted. Oh gosh, I can't remember now. You know, where everyone got on a train and they were sent to Bognor Regis because they thought it was safer there. You know, it's unbelievable. And bombs dropping all around you in London. Can't imagine what that would have been like. People, we don't realise how lucky we are sometimes. We really don't. Money coming in is itchy hand. No, doesn't it make a difference if it's the right one or the left one? Whether it's evacuate. Thank you, Chris. Evacuate. That's the word I'm looking for. Evacuate. Mum was evacuated to Bognor Regis. I remember telling... Good morning, Roy. He's only here for a few moments. Morning, Roy. And John Parrish as well. And I remember Mum telling us that the lady who took them in wasn't particularly nice to them. I remember her saying that, but yeah, a really terrible thing. Good. All right. N. Good morning, N. On Periscope. Wants someone to know, do I live in a caravan? Half of the week I do, yes. I live in a caravan for half of the week. N also says he got a bad back when he got meningitis. My stomach hurt, my spine hurt, I was almost deaf. That's a terrible thing, meningitis. A really, really terrible thing, isn't it? You have to get straight on the antibiotics and stuff if you get that one in. Left in, right out. Oh, well, that's out. That's out. That's me right hand. Money's going out. Well, I shall have to check my bank account later. There might be people stealing money. Perhaps I've been hacked. I've been hacked. Is that possible? Do be careful. There's a lot of stuff on emails and stuff on all that business of people trying to hack in at the moment. Could someone just send us a little text message to see if this is working or not? I usually get a text message from Maureen, so I'm a little bit concerned this morning. 07551 259 675. Just a quick text message to say, hello, it's Alan or someone like that. Evacuated. Thank you, Alan. Evacuated is the name. And as I say, yeah, I mean, how lucky we are not to have ever been through a war or anything like that. It seems to be brightening up outside now. Good. Well, I got you a couple of news stories this morning, boys and girls, that I've been pulling out of the newspapers. One moment, please. Here we go. Do you like Kentucky Fried Chicken? Kentucky Fried Chicken. So many computers in here. 1 minute. I've just typed loads of O's. Just ignore that, boys and girls. Have I paid my rates? Of course. Roy wants to know, will you leave us some cash when you go for our loyalty? No, because you'll be going first, Roy. I've seen your pictures, mate. There's about half an hour left in you, isn't there? I doubt very much you'll make it to the next show, to be honest, Roy. Oh, dear. Yesterday afternoon, I went to see my very dear friend, Tom Edwards. Now, Tom Edwards, he was on a lot of the pirate Radio City, one of the pirate radio ships, which wasn't a ship, it was a platform. It was a platform near the Thames Estuary, or in the Thames Estuary, somewhere like that. And he's also been on television a lot. He did Look North, which is like the... Oh, the sun has come out. Have you seen it brighten up now? Look North is like the regional news programme for up here. He was continuity announcer, Thames Television, Harlech Television, HTV down in Wales on the West, ATV, I think he did Time Teas as well. and Anglia. Oh, he's just done everything. Anyway, I met up with him for the first time a couple of months ago, and we hit it off straight away. We've become very good friends. So I popped around to him yesterday, and he's got a book coming out, which I wanted to give a mention to. Now, I won't say what's in the book. There it is. There's the front cover. A picture taken there by yours truly yesterday. There we are. That's Tom Edwards there, and he's also done international as well. He's been in Los Angeles, did some stuff over there in America. There's a picture of him with Bob Monk, the late, great Bob Monkhouse, who was king of the quiz shows, wasn't he? Absolutely king of the quiz shows. Anyway, he's written this book, and it's no holds barred about his life. And that will be coming out in, I think it's December. That's the cover from it there. And it'll be very interesting to read. I can't wait to get that book, actually. So I'll let you know when that's coming out, and you can order it. I think it's going to be on the Amazon, possibly a Kindle version, you know, an e-reader as well. So Tom Edwards, I spent the afternoon with yesterday, and we just sit there and we chat and we laugh. And such a lovely afternoon, it really is. We went for a little walk afterwards. And nice afternoon. So keep an eye out for Tom Edwards' book coming out very soon. All right. Stafford said the Pyrotechnic is a bit of an Amish pub. What's that mean, Amish? I don't know what that is. I live around the corner from it. Ah, right, okay. I don't know that. Paul, go to the Emporium place at Horncastle. Well, that's where the swimming pool is, so I'll have a little look up there. I might ask my nephew. That's where my nephew's unit is, in Horncastle. So I might go around there and visit him today, actually, take him around some chips or something when I come out of the swimming pool. But I will go swimming today. I'm going to force myself to go swimming today. Good. Okay, let's do the KFC story, boys and girls. Do you like KFC chips, or are they a bit soggy? Oh, Jake sent a text. Aha, thank you, Jake. Yes, that's working. Ah, there we are. Hang on, there's Jake. Little Jake. It's Jake. Jake is in the house. Jake Hook, who does his own chat shows, don't you, Jake? Do you want to stick a link up there? That's fine, mate. Stick a link to your chat show. And people can watch that. You do a lot of gay issues on there as well, don't you? Jake Hook does his own chat show. They've got their own page. Go and stick a link up there, Jake, and people will probably look at that for you. All right, darling? There's Maureen. Good morning, Maureen. Virgin Media updating the TV. I have to see your show later. Thank you, Maureen. Well, it is working now. I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see that. I was a little bit concerned my text thing wasn't working, because technology is a wonderful thing, but it doesn't always work very well, does it? As you well know. Did we get a little bit of stuttering at the beginning of the show today while the music was on? I noticed, because that was the computer starts doing an update, you see, and you don't seem to be able, it doesn't start doing the update and then you get the option of cancelling or postponing. It just does it, and you have to just wait for the damn thing to finish. Anyway, KFC chips. Look at this. KFC have revamped. A woman's 4-year-old tweet may just have helped KFC revamp its fries after she bemoaned the quality of chips in the fast food chain. Now, I think I've only ever had one lot of chips from Kentucky Fried Chicken, and they're bloody awful. They are awful and soggy and nasty. Now, my personal favourite chips are the big, thick ones that you make at home. You get a potato, you cut it to the thickness you want, and you shove it in the oven with a little bit of fry light on. People make their own chips, indeed, at Central Station, where I do the karaoke on Mondays and Fridays and host the cabaret on Saturdays there. They make their own chips. The chef upstairs, I mean, it was a lovely lady we've got working it. Oh, I can't remember her name now. Her other half is Jay. She's married to Jay. Is she married to him or just goes out with him? Oh, gosh, what's her name now? Oh, she'll kill me. Good morning to Russia. IT Box in Russia. Good morning. Oh gosh, I can't remember her name now. Anyway, she was cutting. She did some chips for me on Saturday, funnily enough, and they cut them up. They get the potatoes and they cut them up. You know, they're lovely, lovely. So much better than those skinny little things that come out of a plastic bag that they shove in the freezer in the fryer at McDonald's or Kentucky or Burger King. They're nothing like it. I have to be honest. You know, the McDonald's chips, they're not bad. They're not bad, but the KFC ones are diabolical. Awful, awful. Well, a woman's 4-year-old tweet may have just helped KFC revamp its fries after she moaned about the quality of chips in the fast food chain. This lady was buying her mother a meal from the fast food chain for her birthday, but was left disappointed by its potato side. Taking to social media at the time, she says, "I've got to say, KFC are riding solely on their chicken because, Christ, those are crap fries." And she's right. 4 years on, the chicken shop contacted the diner to let her know it had overhauled its fries recipe. Wow. Speaking to the BBC, this lady revealed the food retailer contacted her to ask whether she would promote the tweet last month to help raise awareness of their new fries. And I have to say, they look quite nice on the picture. Can you see that there? That's the new KFC fries. Everyone knows they've got a reputation for not delivering on the fries. They're kind of soggy, like they've been reheated as soon as you get them. Well, there's nothing worse than reheated chips, is there? It's a bit like that pizza. Do you remember that pizza that you bought one night when you were drunk? Eh? And the next morning you get out, oh, I just shoved that under the grill for 10 minutes. Oh! Or pizza in the microwave. You've done that before. Soggy pizza from the microwave. So you got your pizza a bit left over from the night before and you shove it in the microwave and it comes out, it's all floppy and limp. And you know, ladies, we can't do anything once they go like that. Once it's all gone floppy and limp, there's nothing you can do with them. Absolutely not. Oh, it'll be all right in a minute. No, it won't. Send another one in, please. Exactly. Charlie's tweet has now received 8,000 likes. Is she led by likes? How sad are people that they judge? People are judging themselves. They judge themselves on the amount of likes or views or something like that. Don't do that. You don't need verification from anyone. I tell you that now. You need to believe in what you do. I believe in what I do. Okay? What I do here this is not a mainstream thing. Very niche. You either like it, some people like it, some people don't. But I don't need like 10,000 people clicking a little like thing for me to feel good for myself. Once I finish it, I think to myself, was that all right? Yeah, I think that was all right. Or sometimes, quite often, I think, oh, that was really crap today. And then you go back an hour later and people have sent you private messages saying that they enjoyed today's show. So you can't always judge it for yourself. But I don't think you should judge yourself for the amount of likes and views that you get. You know, so what if someone's got 10 million views and they're young and pretty and I've only got 3? Because people hate me. They hate me. I am a hated person. Now, do you know what I mean, though? Some people like, some people don't. But you should never sort of judge yourself by the amount of likes. And I've seen this. People in the street talking to each other. Oh, I can't believe it. I put my picture up 3 hours ago and it's only got 1 like. So? Years ago, when you opened your photo book, you know, at someone's house, oh, let me get my holiday snaps out. Oh, no, that's all right. Oh, well, here they are. I've got them here. Oh, right. You know, and people were flicking over those pages and you think, oh, God, how many more pictures? Or even worse than that, in the 1980s, they used to have these projector. Oh, my seat's working again now. Look at that. This projector thing where you'd put like slides in. You'd go round someone's house, it might be a party, and, oh, let's get the holiday snaps out. Oh, God. And out would come this slide projector. And they put these slides in and you have to look at people's photographs on there. But mind you, they weren't the same as the photographs today. They were of things, objects, views. There might be like a beautiful mountain or the river just up there, the river 5 minutes walk from here. Pictures of the river and the swans and beautiful things like that. Mountains, churches, people playing, children eating ice creams, shopping centres, castles, the sea. Nowadays, it's just pictures of the same person. Endless selfies. Oh, here's a picture of me. Oh, there's one of me. Oh, there's one of me. And there's one of me. And can you see me there? Of course we can see you there. Great big fat thing in the middle of in the picture in a bikini. Go away, dear. We can't see the scenery anymore. I do it as well, I'll be admitting. I do occasional pictures of me as well. But I don't think I'm as bad as some people. They upload like 20, 30, 40, 50 pictures of themselves every single night with the lips. Oh dear, endless. Oh, by the way, anyone see did you see Holby City last night? How exciting is that? That mad doctor, he's about to be caught. He killed someone. He's got this idea in his head and he's trying to get it, but people keep dying. Jack Naylor's going mad. Jack Naylor, she's my favourite character. Her and the bloke who's in charge with his glasses, the tall, thin bloke, curly hair. He's great, he is. Anyway, back to this story. KFC took to Twitter over the weekend to confirm it had released a new type of fries to their UK chains. In a clever marketing ploy, the fast food joint had posters printed with tweets from those who had criticised its chips. One featured a tweet from user Upgrade Music and read, "Dear KFC, no one likes your fries. Yours sincerely, the entire world." I'm expecting to get a message like that at some point. You know, "Dear Chris, no one likes your shows from the entire world." Who cares? Don't bother me. I enjoy doing them, and that's all that matters. Thank you very much. Oh dear. Sharing an image of the poster online, the chain tweeted the user writing, "You told us no one liked our fries, so new ones are coming soon. Yours sincerely, KFC." So there we are. So if you're going to KFC and you have some of the chips there, do let us know. Let us know what you think, all right, on the new KFC chips. IT Box says, "Your hairstyle is like Vladimir Putin." Is it really? I don't think he's all bad, old Vlad. I think the international press make people out to be bad people for whatever reason if they don't like him. I don't believe a word of it. I think there's good and bad. I'll quite happily meet Vladimir Putin. If he ever invited me round to his house for perhaps do you have Russian tea? Is it like a specific type of tea that you have there? If I was ever invited round to Vladimir Putin's house, I'd pop round there for a cup of tea and a slice of cake. I would, but I would have to insist that I'm flown business class because I can't be going in economy with my knees up someone's arse in front of me. That's just not nice. Vlad, oh good old Vlad. Perhaps he could take me horse riding. He goes horse riding. I haven't been on a horse for years. Years, not even a donkey. Please don't go on donkeys, boys and girls, especially if you're overweight. Those poor little donkeys. It's all very sad, really it is. Let's have a look there. Morning to Adam the Plumber, who's missed the start of the show. Oh, it's been quite good today, Adam. I've been very interesting. I haven't fallen asleep once. It's been a very interesting show today. Thank you, Chris, for your kind words. Michael says, "I always make him laugh." I'll tell you what, when I meet you, Michael, I'll tickle you. It's about time you turned up at the karaoke, isn't it, Michael? You need to turn up at the karaoke, eh? A text message here from the delightful Simon Keane, who works in Alton... Oh, not Alton Park. What's that called? Alton Towers. He works in Alton Towers, I think in the restaurant area. And we were talking about the X Factor. If you saw the X Factor Saturday, you would notice they had a technical issue and the sound went wrong. And people were taken to Twitter and Facebook like it was the end of the world. Honestly, you've never seen so many moaners in all your life. And he says, in reference to the X Factor moaners, "I thought the technical failure actually improved their voices." I think you're absolutely right, to be honest. That little Boise band, they got voted off, didn't they, Sunday? I'm not a fan of X Factor. I rarely watch it. Now and again, I'll put it on. And I did put a bit... I don't really put it on. I kind of record it and I flick through very quickly. Now, my favourite... I don't know what her name is. There was a black lady singing. Round about 30 years old. What a fantastic voice. I think she was black. Oh, I can't remember. And I think she had a red outfit on. I'm trying to see her now. I'm sure she was black. And she had a... Did she have a red outfit on? I don't know what... Anyone know what her name was? Don't know what her name was there. But I thought she was by far the best singer on that show. Really good. The worst... there was a little boy band on there. They weren't very good at all, were they? There was something missing there. It just wasn't gelling together properly. That, and I didn't think they were particularly good singers, but one of those things, you know. Paul says, Vladimir, that's a tea taste. Vladimir tea tastes a bit strange. Does he have his own tea in Russia? Do they have tea in Russia? What's their drink there? Apart from vodka, what's the, like, is tea a soft drink? It's not a soft drink, it's just a drink, isn't it? I wonder what they drink in Russia. Is it coffee or tea? I tell you what, that Russian... You know, the building with all the different colours. Isn't that beautiful? What's that called? The Russian Parliament? Is it the Russian Parliament? It's just beautiful, that is. I'd like to see that close up. I must spend a lot of paint doing it. I wonder if it's Dulux. What sort of paint they use there. Good. I think, well, it's not Novichok tea. No, not Novichok tea. You're being very naughty today, Paul. Don't start upsetting the Russians, dear. All he's got to do is push a button. He knows where you are. He knows where you are. I'm telling you that now. All right, let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls. And then I'm going to have a cup of tea. I'll have my pills. And then I shall go. Now, why can't I get that up now? 1 minute. Let's close that. Oh, dear. It was all frozen. 1 second. People all over the world are desperate to hear their birthdays. Did I do Monday's birthdays? I think I might have done them on Sunday, didn't I? I'm sure I did. Okay, so here we go, gang. Happy birthday on this Wednesday, the 7th of November 2018, to a lady who I met a couple of times when I was on Norfolk Island, which is a tiny little island of great beauty in the Pacific Ocean called Norfolk Island, just off the Australian coast. It's kind of in between Australia and New Zealand. It's just such a wonderful place, and I hope to go back there and visit sometime. Alison Christian, she runs some of the tourist stuff over there. Happy birthday to you, Alison, and I hope your family's all right and all that there. And I often think of you all, everyone on there. I often think of everything, and I did so much while I was on there, and you did me a lovely birthday tea as well. It's got to be 6 or 7 years ago now. Happy birthday to you, Alison. Happy birthday today to Richard Bailey, who's 41 years old today on this Wednesday. Danny Jones is there. Good morning, Danny. Happy birthday to Danny Jones. Davidstar King is 48 years old today. Steve Herbert is 54 years old today. And Joshua Littlehouse is 27 years old today. So happy birthday to you for today. I don't think we did do yesterday's birthdays. We did Monday's, didn't we? So Tuesday's birthday, so that's Tuesday the 6th of November 2018, which was yesterday. Happy birthday yesterday for Jade Sam and Michael Johnson. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Enjoy your birthdays wherever you are, gang. All right, that's it for the show on this Wednesday. I hope to be back with you sometime tomorrow morning. Have a lovely day and keep out of the rain. The sun is coming, going. Sun's out now. So I'm going to have a little trip up to the swimming pool and also see if I can find the Horncastle Emporium. How exciting. Thanks for watching and listening. Cheerio.